It's easy to dismiss the occupiers as sincere mushhead, but are they really? I recently talked with one of the least mush-headed people I know.
Al Gini, Professor of Business Ethics at Loyola University School of Business Administration and a chairperson of the Management Department.
I asked Professor Gini whether there was any philosophical meat behind the occupiers' folk wisdom.
Well, this particular cartoon moved me because of its simplicity and its exactness when you look at the world around us today. I can't make change by myself, but with the help of others, I could change the world. Francis Bacon, the famous English philosopher, said that knowledge is power. And knowledge really is power. Individual with knowledge is an empty set. There's nothing else that you could do. It has to be others having that knowledge, so there's empowerment. So there really is something to do and to change. Wittgenstein said that we can't really talk about those things that we do not know. What this gentleman is suggesting is we know these things, but to do something about these things means for all of us to act on these things and not just think about them. Corporations are not people. And of course they're not people. They're agents. They're something, they're artifacts that we've created. But like people, they think. And like people, they can use reason. And like people, at least as collectively they can, and like people, they can make choices and they can act on those choices. Immanuel Kant called that a moral agent, something we have to be responsive to and responsible to. And what we have to look at corporations are, why did you come into being? Why are you even there? And as Peter Drucker, the great, I think, management philosopher, has said, corporations only exist and leadership is only about helping to make people better. And when corporations don't make us better, they're just money machines, and I'm mad at just money machines. Stepping out of a system you don't like, to me, is reminiscent of the 60s and 70s. The age of Aquarius, when we revolted against everything old and decadent and bourgeois. But in a very real sense, this is part of the American culture. We are a nation of entrepreneurs. We are a nation of process and development. And Thomas Jefferson, a true patriot, a true founding father, and a true philosopher, and suggested that the tree of liberty has to be fed with the blood of patriots and tyrants over 20 years. I think what this symbol and this sign is talking about is institutions are important, and we need them. They make our lives better. But institutions that are anti-human no longer have value or purpose in our lives.